Hello. Trying to see if this is working. This looks weird on the lighting. This is my third live, so bear with me here. I am doing some. Okay, I just realized I was going live, so I got nervous. That's the only thing about going live. All right, I do need some ideas, ladies, about what to talk about. I am creating a course, and I need your feedback, your input, some of the things that you would like to hear about. Now, I do have things on my course, such as women's health, hormone replacement therapy, joint pain, because at a certain age, we go through it a lot more than men. We have joint pain and we suffer a lot. So, the things that I talk about that you can help heal your body and help repair your body, it may not be 100%, but I just recently found out that I have osteoarthritis in my right knee. And so I am doing some mobility exercises, and this is not talked about very much. We're just told a lot of times to do surgery. And there's a couple people that I watch on YouTube that help you with this and teach you mobility. And I also just bought a course. Well, it's not a full course, it's a mini course, and it's something that shows you how to rebuild your muscles, your joints by moving in a way that we're not used to, especially when we work out. These are things that are taught that put strength back into your body and it wakes up your body. It is showing things like you're bending backwards, you're doing all kinds of crazy things and doing planks and just building your body up. So I am watching things like that. So if you feel like it's too late and you're going through this stuff, it's not. I mean, if you still have movement in your body and you can still move around, this is something that you can do. So, okay, I know I can't edit any of this out, so I just got to relax. So, yes, this is a big deal for me. I am new to all of this. I am putting this course out for the first time. I feel like we don't have enough support for women, and a lot of women don't have the information, especially for hormone replacement therapy. And if you're going through perimenopause and in the middle of menopause, then you don't have any resources because your doctors really don't know that much. They only have about, I believe it's 6 hours in the residency of menopause, and it is really sad. There's a lady I watch, she does all kinds of interviews online and YouTube, and she has her own, I believe she has something on Instagram too, but I'm not really on Instagram. But she talks about this, how she is still in practice, but she went outside of what she was doing and is just specifically helping women with all this perimenopause and menopause, hormone replacement therapy, getting the knowledge that you need. She's actually going back into, I believe she was a head of a department or something of like the medical board. And she's going to bring this more into detail when she goes back into head of the board. And I know if I'm not saying it right, her name is Mary Claire Haver, I believe, and she's on YouTube. And so she is talking with other doctors and other scientists that teach about this. This is a really important thing. So if you are not aware of this as a woman, then you should be. So my course is a mini course. It will have a community available. It is free. I know that it is very important to have this, especially with other women and have the support of other women. But all this is very new to me. I'm creating my slides and presentation on Canva, and it is very, very intimidating. So this is just something that I'm trying to put out there for other women so we could have that support. And I know I didn't have any knowledge of this a year ago, and I recently just started doing this research, and I basically was an advocate for myself. And I feel like if I would have found out about hormone replacement therapy a lot sooner, it could have helped with many other things, such as my joint pain. I mean, it could happen anyway. I'm not saying that if you are in hormone replacement therapy, this is magically not going to happen. It could still, but this is just bringing back into your body hormones that we need. So basically, we're like a car with no gas. We're running on empty. We need to put back these hormones, which is estradiol and progesterone, and a lot of the times testosterone. And what my doctor told me when I first got on this, it was online. It was an online place. I believe it was called Alloy, and they told me that this is something that they'll base it upon your no, the first time I went through another place, not Alloy, I'm sorry. They did blood work and saliva test, and they showed me how low all of my numbers were, and I was basically on empty as well. So what I'm trying to get at is this is something that your regular doctors don't have a lot of practice on, and it is really sad. We are so far behind for women. And I got on the cream at first, and then I went to estradiol patch 0.05 and progesterone 100 milligrams. Now, you can't take estradiol, which is estrogen by itself. You need to have progesterone in your body because this is something that goes hand in hand. If you take too much of the estradiol and you can cause bleeding again, which I haven't had a menstrual even before because I have fibroids and I've got them shrunk. So I had to get um, on the, it's called, I can't remember what I took now to shrink the fibroids because this caused me to have 2 to 3, um, what is it when they put the blood back in your body? Oh my gosh, I'm just like losing my thought. Uh, I know you know what I mean. But anyway, I had to have 3 blood transfusions, I'm sorry. And this was very tragic for me. I almost, whew, and my doctor didn't even know at the time how I was walking around because my levels were at 2, my blood levels, and I basically was just shaking and everything before I even went in. I took that long for me to go in. It was really crazy. Don't do that. Don't wait to the last minute of feeling like you're gonna just, collapse or whatever. So this is something that's really important, and this is why I'm bringing this course out because I feel like we need to have more awareness for women. And I had to go through so many things before I found out about hormone replacement therapy. We were taught to be fearful of it. And my mom, she only told me, "Oh, you're going to go through this, and I have this hot flashes. I can't stand it. I can't bear it." And I always saw her that she was going to look like she was going to pass out from the hot flashes. Well, to this day, my family, well, back it up. My family is really private and doesn't talk about anything. And we need to know this. We need to know what's going on. We need to know that, what do you have in your family history that's not good, and being hush hush about it and private. It's just an important thing for us, for our kids. And now to this day, she has Alzheimer's and she has a lot of spinal problems. She has her bones just, uh, she's had her back really bad injury recently. And if I remember, my sister said something about if she works out, her body would just crumble, or I don't even know. But it was something that she was telling me, but it was very minimal and not very much information. So this is something that women fear. And if you work out more, if you lift weights, you're going to hurt yourself. But my mom did not do any type of activity up until probably about a year and a half ago. And hormone replacement therapy can help with all these. It helps with cardiovascular disease and bone density and just numerous of things that the list goes on and on what we need in our body. So this is just something that is so important for us to tell our daughters and for ourselves or whoever else that is in our family that doesn't know about this. My sisters, they fear it. I told them I was on hormone replacement therapy and they're just telling me, "Oh, don't take too much." I said, "No, they tell you, they give you a level of what you should be taking." And when you tell the doctor, the one that I went to the second time, I went to a different place because I heard the cream doesn't dissolve in your body. It doesn't stay there. Should I say it? It doesn't last. That's what I was trying to say. And the estradiol patch is what I'm on. I use it on the stomach or the butt, and it seems like it sticks more on the butt, on the cheeks. And you just, hold it really tight and then it'll last. I mean, I've taken baths. I went to the sauna, I went to a spa, and it did not come off. The stomach, it seems like it had kind of start coming off. So that's why I use it on the back side, and as well as the progesterone. Now, you cannot skip progesterone because it can start your menstrual cycle again. And if you take too much and you're not supposed to, it could also cause you to have a menstrual. So I haven't had a menstrual probably in 4 years. And I was forgetting if I was taking the progesterone at night, and I would take it and then it would well, it didn't happen right away, but I know that I couldn't remember if I took progesterone or not, and then I ended up taking it again, I believe, and this was a matter of time. It started happening up probably about 4 days ago, and I started bleeding. So, this is something that is really a big deal. You really need to pay attention to when you take it, and I have an appointment next week, so I am gonna mention this to my doctor. So, this is just something that you wanna be really aware of if this does happen. So, I have not had it happen in a whole year, but I wasn't paying attention because I was so tired, and I know I was taking extra. So, that is something that you wanna really be aware of. Now, I do talk about hair care, and everything in my channel, but I also feel like this is a major importance for women for joint pain and hormone replacement therapy because if you're not going through it, you will go through it at some point. You could also go through it when you're 30 years old. And I didn't know that. Most women don't know that. There's a girl I know, she's going through it. She's about 34 and she's having a major hot flashes. She doesn't know what it is. She's saying she's having the sweats at night. And this is something that this lady on YouTube, the doctor, Mary Claire Haver, and some other doctors, if I can find the names, I know them, but I can't remember at the top of my head their names. But this is something that you don't, if you don't know about it, then yes, this is what's going on, and you should get this taken care of. And I know a lot of people say to her, "Well, you're just too young." And that's what we were always taught. But you can be going through it. You could also have menstrual while you're going through perimenopause. So this is something that you really may not think this is important and you may think, I don't need this. Somebody else, that's them, but you do. If you're walking around on empty, this is causing all kinds of things. You could also get, I haven't got this one yet. I have joint pain in my right knee, and which is actually feeling better with the mobility workouts, but it's a joint stiffness in your elbow. And I guess you get to point and get so bad you can't even move it. So that's something that I haven't experienced and I hope it doesn't happen, but I'm hoping the hormone replacement therapy really helps. So this is why I'm bringing this up in my hair channel because it's combined with the course and I just want to cover it a little bit. I do want to ask some things if you feel like you want to hear more about, I could throw it in my course. And the community is such a big deal, ladies. I'm telling you, we don't have women coming together very much. And I love watching these women on YouTube because there's 4 or 5 of them sometimes that get together. And it doesn't happen all the time where they're in one room and they're doing an interview with creators or coaches or whoever brings them on. It is such a big deal. So I am just talking about this and sorry if I'm rambling. I know that if I put my mind to think that I'm on live, I will fumble and I probably already have, but you can't edit anything. So I think I said that 3 times now, but I'm very new to live. So I tried to use the other one where you um, I think you manage it, but I have to have a software to stream and then I could pause if I need to step out of the room or if my dog's really barking, which he does often, especially when squirrels are coming by. And if somebody comes downstairs, which I think everyone's sleeping right now, my husband works really late, so he sleeps in a little. But yeah, this is something that it's going to take a little bit more time for me to get comfortable with. So I'm just trying to relax when I get on here. But I think at the beginning I froze because I lost what I was saying and I freaked out a little because it is nerve wracking to do live. So, yes, I need to find out about the software so I can pause it when I need to and recompose what I'm trying to say or think about if I need to step away. So, I appreciate your patience and please let me know in the comments wherever. I think this goes to video after, and I believe you can do comments. I'm still learning. So, just let me know if there's anything you'd like to hear about. And I appreciate your time and listening to me. Hopefully, I didn't ramble too much. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your day. And just please let me know what things I can put in there or even on my videos, what would you would like to hear more about. I do put things sometimes in the polls and ask people what they want to hear about. And that also helps me know what to talk about. So I appreciate it. Thank you so much.